Hey guys, it's me again, and done a few things to this glove still working on this crazy thing. And as you guys probably have noticed, it's been about a month now that I've been working on this build glove, and there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about why I continue to work on it, and some of the subtle changes that I'm not sure if anybody's even being, if you guys can even tell, because some of this stuff is so subtle that it really doesn't change a lot unless you pay attention to the light. And that's what I wanted to talk about in specific, is the light beams that show up on the glove. And you know, as of right now, I've got some of them there where they need to be, but there's a lot missing. And like for instance on this pinky, if you look at these light beams, as I move into different angles, you can see some of the shaping that's going on there, and it's not really complete. There's some problems with it, like this beam right here is totally wrong, and see, this is some of the stuff that I'm getting into, is trying to get this down all the way down to the light beams that shine on the pieces, because if you can get it down to that point, you can pretty much guarantee that you've got it shaped right, because light doesn't really lie. And you can see some of the shaping on this middle, which is a lot better actually. It's a lot closer to what I'm looking for the middle, but each piece is actually shaped a little bit differently, which makes it even more complicated. And I mean, the whole thing is actually just a lot of complications. And there in the background you can see one of my templates there that's sitting there. It's still in the midst of being worked on, and that's the one that's actually cut out for Brian. So, but it's pretty close to what it should be, I believe. Now the back plate needs some work, especially where the index finger is, and that's something that I finally figured out. So I did some of it, and the index finger is sitting a little bit closer. Another thing I'm going to work on is the bulge on the index finger, and specifically, and the ring fingertip is going to really need some work, and I've done some of that to the templates that I made for Brian, but there's still, I'm not sure what it's going to look like till I bend it out. And that's really what this whole purpose of this glove is because once I get it bent out exactly the way I need, I got a lot better idea of what I need to do to change the templates to get them to where they're as close as I can possibly get them to what I've got in my reference. And you know, I'm not trying to get perfect, as I've said before, but I want to get it as close as I can, because honestly this is the only glove I really care about building, and it's the only glove I'm going to be building, so I'd like to at least build it right. And so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up disassembling this build glove one more time, one final time hopefully, and I'm going to continue to put some shaping in some of these areas and reshape the index area of the back plate quite a bit. And I'm not sure what else I may reshape. I'm going to reshape. I'm going to actually bring out shaping in all of the tips a little bit further, except maybe the middle one. I might leave the middle one like it is, but it would be the only one. And there are certain aspects of what's going on with it that I do like. And but there's some of it that, you know, is totally inaccurate, like that light beam that you can see right now on the index tip. Totally shouldn't be there, that particular light beam. And so I've got to do something to get that to disappear and move to a different place. And basically that's what I'm doing right now with all of this, and I'm trying to get to where the light shines where I want it. And I'm going to tell you, it's a pain in the ass, but I figure it'll prove fruitful in the end. So one more time of disassembling, And once I get this thing reassembled after bending it out the last round of bending, I'm really hoping the last round of bending, once I get it shaped out and get it where I want it, I'll put up one last video of it so you can see what's changed, and I'll show the light beams again a little bit. And that's what I'm going to do while I'm waiting on this other bar to come in, which is going to be helpful for shaping out and getting some of the lines of light correct on these stalls, because they've got some problems too. And I know why the beams don't show up correctly on the stalls. I know exactly why. So that's not going to be a problem, but these tips, that's a totally different story. And I'm actually in the midst of getting something for them to help me out with the shaping on them. So that's pretty much my update. I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing, and as always, thanks for watching.